Hello, and welcome to day 10. Interesting day, about the same on the level of sickness from yesterday. Made it to the gym again. It was not as glorious of a workout. I've been dealing with the upper back, mid back, neck area, kind of a broad area, various issues in those areas. And every now and then when it's the right one, typically it leads to a headache that lasts almost all day. It feels like it's an area where I can just get to with some self-myofascial release with a lacrosse ball in the back against the wall. The funny thing is almost every single time, no matter how much time I spend, I've spent sometimes 30 minutes, an hour trying to release that area, release above and below it, not just with the lacrosse ball, with various methods of myofascial release, and it persists. That was plaguing me during the entire workout and after. I even skimped on core at the end. I was going to do some cable crunches and hyperextensions, but I kicked it out because I was being a little baby and I just went straight into mobility. But second day in a row of doing mobility at the end of a workout. If you're not doing mobility at the end just as a wash the dishes kind of concept, you put all of your muscles under tension and cause these micro tears, which cause cohesion of basically the fibers kind of sticking together in order to repair. So you also want to give them the ability to release that stored tension. And that's not just from the workouts too, that's from daily living, stress, poor posture, which, let's be honest, not many of us on this planet have good posture in the modern day. So anywho, that was today. What I wanted to talk about, to start simply, one thing that kind of touches a few things, the idea of whether or not you can change your thought patterns. This is something I'm curious where other people stand in their beliefs. It's something I haven't seen much in research and books that I've read. I've read several books that brush on this topic indirectly or directly, meaning they don't talk directly about thought patterns. Sometimes they do talk about changing the way, maybe not even changing, but talking nicer to yourself, positive self-talk. But it's more than that. What I'm after, what I'm curious about is whether or not it's actually possible. And I do believe that there are people who have done this for sure, and not just individuals, but groups and even courses perhaps that exist out there that I would love to enroll in. But I had this idea while I was walking my outdoor walk today. This month is a bit of a go-between for me. The detox from the stimulants is a big factor, but also just preparing myself for the rest of the year. As I was saying yesterday, excited about all the things to come. I've struggled for years, and that's part of the reason that this series, whatever you want to call it, is happening, is frustrated, to say the least, with my inability to follow through on my intentions, my goals, and my pursuits. Just self-sabotage is the best way to sum it up. Not even like one of those factors, but I think potentially even this is the kind of realization or the thought that I had in order to free myself from the self-sabotage. I think it really comes down to the continuous negative self-talk that is just never leaving me alone. And it's me. Well, it's not me. That's the thing with meditation and these types of practices. We want to be able to dissociate ourselves from the voice in our head. Voices. I think one time I decided that I have 16 or 17. Maybe it was the 17th voice that was saying it. Different threads, different voices going on. Yes, I'm crazy. Only the boring people aren't crazy. So I'd rather be crazy than boring. What I realized is that addressing these negative self-talk thought patterns might free myself up to do the things that I want to do, because there's a lot of preventing myself from taking actions that I know I should take, and a lot of it is anticipatory judgment from others, which is, pardon my French, bullshit. No one freaking cares. And I even God, I hate to reflect on it, and I was thinking about this yesterday, but oh man, at some point we have to address the fact that I did record some videos and put them on a YouTube channel years and years ago. I think I remember vividly sitting in a car in the parking lot of the gym that I went to in my hometown and saying, oh man, stop caring what other people think about you, man. It's like, it just doesn't matter. And it's like, I was right, but it was also silly. I mean, I don't know, anything I can watch, even this, gross, watching myself. But it's so true, and it's yet so hard to do. So hard to turn off. How do you turn off this voice or these voices in your head? Funny thing is, a lot of times, this is where I think awareness comes into play here. And that's where I think I have seen progress. You have to be aware of it, and then you have to acknowledge it. Like, not just the awareness, but okay, yeah, no, I am aware of it, and acknowledge the awareness. And then you can start to take action. You should praise yourself when you've made steps along the way, and that's all I'm trying to do with saying, yes, I am aware of that. But it's so freaking hard, seemingly impossible to change that. And that is the main thing that I'm getting at. It doesn't even show up necessarily as, oh, what are they thinking of me kind of voice. Sometimes it'll be disguised as you almost want to show that other people are wrong before they can show that you're wrong. So you look for faults in other people when you maybe are doubting something that you are doing. If I'm walking in some outfit that I knew I left the house, which is almost every walk I do outside, because I try to wear the crappiest clothes because I don't want to wear my nice ones when I go on a walk. But then I'm sitting there in the back of my mind being like, oh, someone's going to see you wearing your crappy clothes. You're going to look so stupid. Who cares? But that's what happens. This is one of the millions of things that goes on with this negative self-talk. But it doesn't show up in the mind always as, oh no, what are they thinking about me? You know, this like, oh, woe is me kind of. It's more of like a, what do they think they're better than me? Jumping to point the finger at someone else. And it's like, first of all, they shouldn't care. You don't know that they even noticed. You don't know that they care if they did notice. They probably didn't care or notice. And if they did, who cares? In the end, who cares? But I am so curious to see what other people think. So please, if you are watching, let me know below in the comments. Do you think it's possible? That's one of the things I'm trying to work on. This month especially, I realized with not listening to podcasts or any kind of media, it's been rough because I do like to listen to podcasts even when I like go to the car, go to the mailbox, go on a walk. It's going to be a lot of alone time. In this alone time, which terrifies me, which I think I'm not alone there, no pun intended, I think it is the key because I think when you have this time alone with your thoughts, not just meditation, but just throughout the day, throughout the entire day, in between reading, in between like when I would eat, we'll get into how crazy my behaviors were in the past. I mean, effing bananas, not screwing bananas, but freaking crazy is what I meant. I would be watching a movie, eating food, and in between pausing to go make more food to come back and watch, put on a podcast. And even in the moment, sometimes it's like, bro, can you not have 5 seconds of silence, of non-activity, or of your own internal brain? Anywho, so please do let me know if you think it is possible to change your negative thought patterns, not just give yourself positive self-talk, but alter those seemingly random thoughts that come into your mind. I can only say that I'm hopeful, and I'm sure someone else has, and it's possible, but how is the question? How long does it take? How do you approach? Anywho, I'm going to try. That's pretty much my goal now. Here we go. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow. Day 11. Bye.